Your confidence is fragile, built on compliments that fade, on successes that feel accidental, on approval that disappears the moment someone doubts you. This fragile confidence crumbles when pressure arrives, when criticism lands, when failure tests you. But warriors possess different confidence. Unshakable, built not on what others think, but on what they have proven to themselves. Forged through challenge that would break fragile confidence. This audiobook will teach you to build the warrior's confidence. Stop depending on external validation. Start building the unshakable foundation that no pressure can crack. Chapter 1. Your confidence is borrowed. Time to own it. Your confidence is not yours. You borrowed it. From compliments. From approval. From other people's opinions about you. Every time you need someone to tell you that you are good enough, you prove your confidence is not owned. Every time you seek validation before acting, you reveal you are borrowing confidence from external sources. Every time success feels accidental, you demonstrate you do not own your worth. That is the key. Borrowed confidence disappears the moment the lender withdraws approval. Real confidence is owned, built internally, independent of anyone's opinion. You have been borrowing. Today you start owning. Consider what happens when your confidence depends on compliments. Someone praises your work. You feel confident. You feel capable. You feel worthy. Then someone criticizes the same work. The confidence vanishes. Instantly. Completely. You feel inadequate. You question your ability. You doubt your worth. Same work. Different opinion. Your confidence changed completely. This reveals the truth. Your confidence was never yours. You borrowed it from the person who praised you. When they withdrew approval, they withdrew your confidence. You were left with nothing. Because you own nothing. You have a choice. Continue this pattern and remain hostage to everyone's opinion. Or change the pattern and become independent of all opinion. That is the key. Most people choose the first without realizing they chose. They spend entire lives seeking approval, needing validation, requiring external confirmation before they can feel confident. This seeking never ends, because approval is temporary. Even when you get approval, it fades. You need more. You seek more. You become addicted to validation you can never own. This addiction destroys genuine confidence. This addiction keeps you weak. Warriors build confidence differently. Warriors prove capability to themselves, not to others. The proving creates own confidence. Confidence no one can give. Confidence no one can take. You have no control over what others think about you. You have complete control over what you prove to yourself. That is the key. Borrowed confidence makes you volatile. Someone's opinion changes. Your confidence changes. Own confidence makes you stable. Everyone's opinion changes. Your confidence remains. Because your confidence is based on what you proved, not on what they think. Consider the difference clearly. Borrowed confidence says, I am good because they said I am good. This is fragile. What happens when they say you're not good? Your confidence collapses because it was never yours. It was theirs. They gave it. They took it back. You were just holding it temporarily. Own confidence says I am good because I proved I am good. This is unshakable. What happens when they say you're not good? Your confidence remains because it is not based on their opinion. It is based on your proof. You proved it. You own it. Their opinion is irrelevant. You have been building borrowed confidence. Your entire life. Every achievement you needed validated. Every success you needed recognized. Every capability you needed confirmed by others. This pattern created volatile confidence that rises and falls with others' opinions. You feel great when praised. You feel terrible when criticized. You are completely controlled by external validation. This is slavery. You are slave to whoever currently holds your borrowed confidence. You have a choice. Continue being slave, or become master of your own confidence. The shift from borrowed to owned is simple. Not easy. Simple. Stop seeking approval for your capability. Start proving capability to yourself. You want to know if you can do something. Do not ask others. Do the thing. successfully, once, twice, 10 times, 100 times. After 100 successful executions, you know you can do it. You proved it. To yourself. This knowing is confidence. Real confidence. Own confidence. No one gave it to you. No one can take it from you. You earned it through proof. You own it through evidence. That is the key. Each proof is deposit in your confidence account. Each deposit is yours permanently. Someone compliments you. Nice, but irrelevant. Your confidence is not based on their compliment. Your confidence is based on your proven capability. Someone criticizes you. Unfortunate, but irrelevant. Your confidence is not damaged by their criticism. Your confidence is maintained by your proven capability. The opinions come and go. The proof remains. The confidence built on proof remains. This is owned. This is stable. This is warrior confidence. You're thinking this sounds hard. Building confidence through proof instead of seeking confidence through validation. This reveals you still want the easy path. The easy path is asking others to give you confidence. The problem is they can take it back. The hard path is proving capability until confidence is undeniable. The benefit is no one can take it from you. You have a choice. Easy and temporary, or hard and permanent. Warriors choose hard and permanent. Civilians choose easy and temporary. Then wonder why their confidence never lasts. Start today with one capability you want confidence in. Do not seek validation for this capability. Seek proof. Set measurable standard. Execute until you meet the standard. Repeatedly, consistently, until the proof is undeniable. You wanted confidence in public speaking. Do not ask others if you're a good speaker. Speak publicly. 10 times, 20 times, 50 times. After 50 public speeches, you know you can speak publicly. You proved it. 50 times. This proof creates own confidence no criticism can destroy. You wanted confidence in your work. Do not seek approval for your work quality. Produce quality work. Measurably. Define quality standard. Meet that standard. Document every time you meet it. After 100 times meeting your quality standard, you know your work is quality. You proved it. 100 times. This proof creates own confidence no rejection can damage. That is the key. The proof is yours. The confidence from proof is yours. No one can withdraw what you earn through your own evidence. This is not about ignoring feedback. This is not about rejecting all external input. This is about separating feedback from confidence. Feedback is information about how to improve. Use it, learn from it, apply it, but do not base your confidence on it. Base your confidence on proven capability. The feedback helps you improve capability. The improved capability creates more proof. The more proof creates stronger confidence. The confidence is still owned, still based on your evidence, not on their opinion. You have a choice right now. Continue seeking borrowed confidence through approval, or start building own confidence through proof. The first is comfortable, familiar, what you have always done. The problem is it never worked. Your confidence remained fragile, volatile, dependent on others. The second is uncomfortable, unfamiliar, requires actual capability development. The benefit is it actually works. Your confidence becomes stable, strong, independent. Most people choose comfortable failure. Warriors choose uncomfortable success. Recognition is important. Recognition feels good. Recognition is valuable feedback. But recognition is not confidence. Recognition is temporary external event. Confidence is permanent internal state. You can receive recognition and still lack confidence if the confidence is not built on proof. You can lack recognition and still have confidence if the confidence is built on proof. That is the key. Do not confuse recognition with confidence. Recognition is what others give. Confidence is what you build. Seek to build. Let recognition come or not come. Your confidence is independent either way. The shift happens through accumulated proof. 1 proof is not enough. 10 proofs are better. 100 proofs are powerful. 1,000 proofs are unshakable. Each proof adds to your confidence account. Each addition makes the confidence stronger. After enough proofs, the confidence becomes so strong that no criticism can dent it. No failure can destroy it. No opinion can shake it. Because the confidence is based on massive accumulated evidence. You prove capability 1,000 times. Someone says you are not capable. Their opinion is irrelevant against 1,000 proofs. You understand now that your confidence is borrowed. You understand that borrowed confidence disappears when approval stops. You understand that own confidence remains regardless of opinion. Stop seeking approval. Start building proof. Every capability you want confidence in, prove it. Repeatedly. Document the proofs. Build the evidence. Create the foundation. The foundation of own confidence that no external force can destroy. This is warrior confidence, built on proof, maintained through capability, independent of all opinion. This is what you build starting today. You own your confidence now. Next, you must understand how confidence is actually created. Chapter 2. Competence before confidence. Do first, feel later. You are waiting to feel confident before taking action. This waiting guarantees failure. Because confidence does not create competence. Competence creates confidence. You cannot feel confident at something you cannot do. You can only feel confident at something you have done successfully. That is the key. The order is fixed, not negotiable, not reversible. Action first, competence second, confidence third. Always this order, never the reverse. You have been trying to reverse this order your entire life. Waiting to feel confident before acting. This reversal is why you have no confidence. You never acted. You never built competence. You never created the foundation confidence requires. Consider what happens when you wait for confidence before action. You want to start the business. You do not feel confident. So you wait. You study more. You plan more. You prepare more. You tell yourself you will start when you feel ready. When you feel confident. This feeling never arrives. Because confidence comes from doing. Not from studying. Not from planning. Not from preparing. From doing. You never did. So the confidence never came. Years pass. Still waiting. Still planning. Still preparing. Still no confidence. Because still no action. Still no competence. Still no foundation. You have a choice. Continue waiting for confidence that will never arrive. Or start acting despite lack of confidence and build competence that creates confidence. That is the key. Warriors do not wait to feel confident. Warriors act despite fear, despite doubt, despite lack of confidence. The action creates experience. The experience creates competence. The competence creates confidence. This is the only path. There is no path from confidence to action. There is only path from action to confidence. You must reverse your current approach completely. Most people believe the confidence first myth. They believe you need confidence before attempting difficult things. This belief is backwards and destructive. You need courage before attempting difficult things. Courage is acting despite fear. Confidence is feeling capable because you proved capability. Courage comes first, then action, then competence, then confidence. You have a choice. Keep believing you need confidence first and never act. Or understand you need courage first and start acting. The first keeps you stuck forever. The second starts the competence loop that builds real confidence. The competence loop works like this. You attempt something difficult despite fear. You execute poorly initially because you are incompetent. This poor performance is normal, expected, necessary. You accept the poor performance without quitting. You practice deliberately. You focus on improving specific weaknesses revealed by poor performance. You execute again, slightly better, still poor, but measurably improved. You repeat this cycle. Attempt, perform poorly, accept, practice, improve, attempt again. After enough cycles, you become competent. The competence creates legitimate confidence. Confidence based on actual capability proven through actual performance. You have been avoiding this loop. You see the poor initial performance and quit. You attempt something. You perform poorly. You conclude you are not capable. You quit. You never enter the competence loop. You never build competence. You never create confidence. That is the key. Everyone performs poorly initially. Everyone. The difference between those who build confidence and those who do not is simple. Those who build confidence continue despite poor initial performance. Those who do not build confidence quit because of poor initial performance. You have been quitting. Today you start continuing. Consider learning any skill. Public speaking. You are terrible at first. Nervous. Stumbling. Forgetting words. This is normal. You speak publicly 10 times. Still nervous, but less stumbling. You speak 20 times. Less nervous. More fluent. You speak 50 times. Comfortable. Confident. Competent. The confidence came from the 50 repetitions, not from feeling confident before the first speech. You did not feel confident before the first speech. You felt terrified. You spoke anyway. The speaking created competence. The competence created confidence. This is the only path. You have a choice. Wait until you feel confident to speak publicly and never speak publicly, or speak publicly despite terror and build competence that creates confidence. The first guarantees you remain terrified and incompetent forever. The second guarantees you become confident and competent eventually. Most people choose the first because it feels safer. It is not safer. It is permanent stagnation disguised as caution. The second feels dangerous. It is not dangerous. It is temporary discomfort that creates permanent capability. Warriors choose temporary discomfort. Civilians choose permanent stagnation. That is the key. You must do the thing before you feel capable of doing the thing. This feels backwards. This feels wrong. This feels like setting yourself up for failure. This is actually the only way to succeed. You cannot develop capability without attempting the thing. You cannot feel confident about capability you never developed. The doing must come first. Always. The feeling comes after. Always. Do first. Feel later. Not feel first, do later. That order never works. Has never worked. Will never work. Stop trying to make it work. Accept the correct order. Act despite fear. Build competence through repetition. Develop confidence from competence. Affirmations do not build confidence. Saying I am confident changes nothing. Doing the thing 100 times changes everything. You can repeat I am confident speaker 10,000 times. This creates zero confidence because you never spoke. You never built competence. You never created foundation. Or you can speak publicly 100 times while feeling terrified 99 times. This creates real confidence because you built actual competence through actual repetition. The 100th speech carries confidence the first speech could never have. Not because you affirmed confidence, because you proved competence through accumulated successful executions. You have a choice. Waste time on affirmations that build nothing, or invest time in repetitions that build everything. The first feels easier. Just say words. No risk, no discomfort, no progress. The second feels harder. Actual attempts, real risk, significant discomfort, massive progress. Most people choose easy and wonder why nothing changes. Warriors choose hard and watch everything change. The change comes from competence. The competence comes from doing. The doing comes from courage to act despite lack of confidence. Start today with one thing you want confidence in. Do not wait to feel confident. Act now, today, despite fear, despite doubt, despite lack of confidence. Execute poorly. This is expected. You are incompetent currently. Accept this. Document the attempt. Analyze what went wrong. Practice the specific weakness. Attempt again tomorrow. Slightly better. Still poor. Document. Analyze. Practice. Attempt again. Continue this cycle daily. After 30 attempts, you will see measurable competence building. After 100 attempts, you will feel genuine confidence emerging. After 300 attempts, you will be confident and competent. The confidence will be real, based on proof, based on competence, unshakable. That is the key. The confidence built through competence is unshakable. No one can argue with 300 successful executions. No one can tell you that you are not capable when you prove capability 300 times. This confidence is owned. This confidence is earned. This confidence is real, not borrowed from others' opinions, not based on affirmations you repeated, based on competence you built through repetitions you executed. This is warrior confidence, built through doing, proven through results, maintained through continued practice. You understand now that competence creates confidence. You understand that waiting for confidence before action guarantees failure. You understand that action despite fear creates competence that creates confidence. Stop waiting to feel confident. Start acting despite lack of confidence. Do the thing you fear. Do it poorly. Accept poor performance. Practice deliberately. Do it again. Build competence through accumulated repetitions. Let confidence emerge naturally from proven competence. This is the path. This is the only path. Do first. Feel later. Always. You act despite fear now. Next, you must understand what action reveals. Chapter 3. Failure is data, not identity. Failure is destroying your confidence. Not because failure is inherently destructive. Because you're interpreting failure wrong. Completely wrong. Dangerously wrong. You fail. You conclude you are failure. One failed attempt becomes permanent verdict about your worth. This interpretation destroys confidence instantly, makes future attempts impossible, guarantees you remain stuck forever. That is the key. Failure is not statement about your identity. Failure is data about your approach. You failed. This means your approach did not work. Not that you are incapable. Change the approach. Try again. Different approach produces different data. Eventually an approach works. Success. But success was only possible because failures provided data about what does not work. Consider what happens when you interpret failure as identity. You attempt something difficult. You fail. Your interpretation is, I am a failure. I am not capable. I am not good enough. This interpretation makes the failure permanent. You failed once. You concluded you always fail. You're a failure. This conclusion prevents all future attempts. Why attempt again if you're a failure? The outcome is predetermined. You will fail because you are a failure. So you never attempt again. One failure became permanent identity. Permanent identity prevented all future success. You've been doing this. Every failure interpreted as identity confirmation. Every interpretation preventing future attempts. This pattern destroyed your confidence completely. You have a choice. Continue interpreting failure as identity and remain stuck forever. Or start interpreting failure as data and make progress possible. That is the key. Fragile confidence cannot survive failure. Because fragile confidence interprets failure as identity verdict. Warrior confidence uses failure as fuel. Because warrior confidence interprets failure as approach data. Same failure. Different interpretation. Different outcome. One interpretation destroys all confidence. Other interpretation builds confidence through learning. You choose the interpretation. The interpretation determines whether failure destroys you or develops you. Warriors interpret failure correctly. Failure is feedback, not verdict. You attempted approach A failed. This tells you approach A does not work. This is valuable information. Now you know one approach that does not work. You try approach B fails. Now you know two approaches that do not work. You try approach C succeeds. Success. But approach C was only discovered because approaches A and B failed first. The failures were necessary. The failures provided data. The data guided you to approach that works. Without failures A and B, you never would have found success C. The failures were not enemies. The failures were teachers. You have been treating failures as enemies. Running from failure. Avoiding situations where failure is possible. This avoidance keeps you safe from failure. This avoidance also keeps you safe from success, because success requires attempting things where failure is possible. You cannot succeed without risking failure. You cannot learn without experiencing failure. You cannot improve without failing first. That is the key. Failure is not opposite of success. Failure is a prerequisite for success. You must fail to succeed. Not maybe fail. Must fail. Everyone who succeeded failed extensively first. The failing taught them what works. Your failures are trying to teach you. You are refusing the education. Consider Edison discovering the light bulb. 10,000 failed attempts. 10,000 approaches that did not work. Someone asked if he felt discouraged by so many failures. His response revealed warrior mindset. I did not fail 10,000 times. I successfully discovered 10,000 ways that do not work. This interpretation is everything. Same 10,000 failures. Completely different meaning. Failure as identity says I am failure who failed 10,000 times. Failure as data says I am learner who discovered 10,000 things that do not work. You have a choice. Interpret like civilian and quit after first failure. Or interpret like warrior and persist through 10,000 failures until success. You have been quitting after first failure, or second, or third, definitely before 10th. Never approaching 100, never remotely near 10,000. You fail once. You interpret as identity. You quit. You never discover what works because you stopped attempting. That is the key. Success is usually found after multiple failures, not before failures. After failures. The failures show you what does not work. The showing guides you to what does work. You quit before the showing completes. You never reach what works. You blame failure. Failure is not the problem. Your interpretation of failure is the problem. Your quitting because of interpretation is the problem. Building failure tolerance is essential for confidence. You cannot be confident while terrified of failure. The terror prevents attempts. The prevented attempts prevent competence. The prevented competence prevents confidence. You must build tolerance. Tolerance is built through progressive exposure. Start with small failures. Deliberate small failures. Attempt something small where failure is likely. Fail. Notice you survive. The failure did not kill you, did not destroy you. You survived. You are still here, still capable, still able to attempt again. This survival is proof. Proof that failure is not fatal. Proof that failure is survivable. Each proof builds tolerance. Each tolerance reduces fear. Each reduced fear increases willingness to attempt. You have a choice. Avoid all failure and remain terrified of failure forever. Or expose yourself to progressive failures and build failure tolerance that enables confidence. The first keeps you stuck. The second sets you free. That is the key. Failure tolerance is freedom. Freedom to attempt difficult things. Freedom to risk. Freedom to learn. Freedom to grow. Freedom to eventually succeed. Without failure tolerance, you have no freedom. You are imprisoned by fear of failure. This prison prevents all meaningful action. This prison destroys all confidence. You have been imprisoned. Today, you start building tolerance that breaks the prison. Start deliberately failing at small things. Attempt conversation with stranger. Risk rejection. Get rejected maybe. Or maybe succeed. Either outcome is fine. You attempted despite risk. This builds tolerance. Attempt skill you are bad at. Perform poorly. Accept poor performance. This builds tolerance. Share work before it is perfect. Accept criticism. This builds tolerance. Each small failure survived builds capacity for surviving larger failures. Each survived failure reduces fear of future failure. After surviving 100 small failures, you know failure is not fatal. You proved it 100 times. This knowing is failure tolerance. This tolerance enables confidence because you can attempt without terror. You can risk without paralysis. You can fail without identity destruction. That is the key. Failure must be separated from identity. You failed. This is what you did, not who you are. You attempted an approach that did not work. This tells you nothing about your worth. This tells you everything about the approach. The approach failed. You did not fail. You learned. You discovered one way that does not work. You are now smarter than before you attempted. You have data you did not have before. This data makes future success more likely. How is this failure? This is education. This is progress. This is moving toward success through elimination of what does not work. You understand now that failure is data about approach. You understand that interpreting failure as identity destroys confidence. You understand that interpreting failure as data builds confidence through learning. Stop treating failure as verdict. Start treating failure as feedback. Every failure tells you what does not work. Use this information. Adjust approach. Attempt again. Different approach. Different data. Continue until you find approach that works. The failures are not stopping you. Your interpretation of failures is stopping you. Change interpretation. Change outcome. Failure is data, not identity. Use it. Learn from it. Grow through it. This is warrior confidence, built through failures correctly interpreted, strengthened through lessons correctly learned. You interpret failure correctly now. Next, you must understand what destroys confidence silently. Chapter 4. Comparison kills confidence. Run your own race. You're comparing yourself to others. Constantly. This comparison is killing your confidence. Systematically. Permanently. There will always be someone better than you. Always someone more talented. Always someone more successful. Always someone more advanced. If your confidence depends on being better than others, you will always find someone who destroys that confidence. That is the key. Comparison-based confidence is inherently fragile because the comparison never ends favorably. You win some comparisons. You lose more comparisons. The losing destroys whatever confidence the winning built. This cycle guarantees permanent inadequacy. You have been trapped in this cycle. Today you escape. Consider what happens when you compare yourself to others. You see someone more successful. Immediately you feel inadequate. Your confidence drops. You see someone less successful. Temporarily, you feel better. Your confidence rises. Then you see someone even more successful than the first person. Your confidence crashes. This volatility reveals the problem. Your confidence is completely controlled by whoever you happen to see. You have no control over who you encounter. You have no control over how successful they are. Your confidence rises and falls based on random encounters with random people. This is insanity. This is slavery. You are slave to comparison. The comparison determines how you feel about yourself. You have a choice. Continue comparing and remain inadequate forever, or stop comparing and build stable confidence. That is the key. There will always be someone better. This is mathematical certainty. In any domain, any skill, any achievement, someone is better. If better than others is your standard for confidence, you can never maintain confidence. Because you can never be best at everything. You can never be better than everyone. The standard guarantees failure. The failure guarantees destroyed confidence. You have been using impossible standard, wondering why you always fail to meet it. The standard is the problem, not you. Warriors use different standard. Warriors measure themselves against themselves yesterday. Am I better than I was last week? Last month? Last year? This is the only comparison that matters. This is the only comparison you control. You cannot control how good others are. You can control how much you improve. You have complete control over your progress. You have zero control over others' achievements. That is the key. Comparison with others removes your control. Comparison with yourself restores your control. Controlled confidence is stable. Uncontrolled confidence is volatile. You choose which confidence you build through which comparison you make. Consider what happens when you compare with yourself. Last year you could run 1 mile. This year you can run 3 miles. You improved. measurably, significantly. This improvement builds confidence, legitimate confidence, based on actual progress you created. Someone else can run 10 miles. This is irrelevant. Your confidence is not based on being better than them. Your confidence is based on being better than you were. You improved. You proved improvement. This proof creates confidence. The confidence is stable because it is based on what you control, your progress, not on what you cannot control, others' achievements. You have been destroying your confidence through other comparison. You see someone more advanced. You feel inadequate. You ignore your own progress. You ignore that you improved. You focus only on the gap between you and them. The gap makes you feel hopeless. The hopelessness destroys motivation. The destroyed motivation prevents further progress. The prevented progress confirms you are inadequate. The cycle continues. Comparison, inadequacy, hopelessness, stagnation, more comparison, more inadequacy. You have been trapped in this cycle for years. The cycle is destroying you. You have a choice. Continue the cycle or break it. Breaking it requires changing the comparison. That is the key. Change from other comparison to self-comparison. Stop measuring against others. Start measuring against yourself yesterday. This change is simple, not easy. Simple. Every time you catch yourself comparing with others, redirect. Ask different question. Now am I better than them? Am I better than I was? This question has definite answer. You know whether you improved or not. You have data. You have evidence. The evidence creates clear assessment. You improved or you did not. If you improved, acknowledge it. Let it build confidence. If you did not improve, identify why. Let guide better effort. Either outcome is useful. Both outcomes are under your control. Building confidence through personal record improvement is strategic. Set personal records. Any domain. Fitness, skills, knowledge, income, relationships, whatever matters to you. Track your records. Your best performance. Your highest achievement. Your fastest time. Your biggest win. Whatever is measurable. Document the record. Then work to beat it. Focus all energy on beating your own record, not on matching someone else's record. Your record. When you beat it, celebrate. Document the new record. Set new goal. Beat that record. Continue this cycle. Each beaten record is proof of improvement. Each proof builds confidence. The confidence is unshakable because it is based on objective improvement you created. You have a choice. Compete with others and remain inadequate, or compete with yourself and guarantee progress. The first makes confidence dependent on variable you cannot control, others' performance. The second makes confidence dependent on variable you can control, your improvement. That is the key. Control creates stability. Lack of control creates volatility. You want stable confidence. You need controlled variables. Your progress is controlled variable. Others' achievements are uncontrolled variables. Build confidence on what you control, not on what you cannot control. This is strategic. This is intelligent. This is warrior approach. Most people never learn this. They spend entire lives comparing with others, feeling inadequate, wondering why confidence never stabilizes. The comparison is the problem. The comparison creates volatility. The volatility prevents stable confidence. They never realize this. They think the problem is they are not good enough. The problem is not their capability. The problem is their comparison. They're using wrong measuring stick, measuring themselves against others instead of against themselves. The wrong measuring stick guarantees inadequacy, because there is always someone better, always someone to lose to, always someone to feel inadequate compared to. You have been using wrong measuring stick. Today, you change measuring sticks. You measure yourself against yourself yesterday. This measuring stick creates different results. You can win this comparison. You can improve. You can beat your previous best. This winning builds confidence. Real confidence, based on real improvement. You have a choice. Keep using measuring stick that guarantees inadequacy. Or switch to measuring stick that enables confidence through control progress. Most people keep the inadequacy stick because it is familiar, because everyone uses it. Warriors switch to progress stick because it works, because it creates confidence that lasts. Start today with personal record setting. Choose one domain, one measurable thing. Fitness is easiest. How many push-ups can you do right now? Do them. Document the number. This is your personal record. Tomorrow, try to beat it. Maybe you beat it. Maybe you do not. Either way, you attempted. You measured. You have data. Next week, try again. Continue trying. Eventually, you beat the record. When you do, celebrate. You improved. You proved improvement. Set new record. Work to beat it. This cycle builds confidence through accumulated improvements. Each improvement is yours. Each proof is permanent. No one can take it from you. That is the key. Personal records are owned confidence. You set the record. You beat the record. You own the improvement. This is not borrowed from others' opinions. This is not based on comparison with others. This is pure improvement, pure progress, pure evidence of your capability increasing. This evidence creates confidence nothing can shake. Someone is better than you. So what? You are better than you were. This is all that matters. This is what builds confidence. This is what creates unshakable foundation. Progress. Measured. Documented. Proven. Owned. You understand now that comparison with others kills confidence. You understand that comparison with yourself builds confidence. You understand that personal record improvement creates owned confidence based on control progress. Stop comparing with others. Start comparing with yourself. Stop measuring against their achievements. Start measuring against your previous best. Run your own race. Beat your own records. Build confidence through your own improvement. This is the path. This is warrior confidence. Independent. Stable. Based on what you control. Your progress. Your improvement. Your records. Own them. Beat them. Build confidence through them. You run your own race now. Next, you must understand where races are won. Chapter 5. Confidence is earned in private, displayed in public. You want to display confidence you did not earn. You want public recognition without private work. You want to appear capable without becoming capable. This is backwards. This is impossible. This is why you have no confidence. That is the key. Real confidence is earned in private through work no one sees. The earning creates foundation. The foundation supports public display. Without foundation, display is performance that crumbles under pressure. You cannot display confidence you did not earn. You can fake confidence temporarily, but pressure reveals truth. The person with no private work collapses under public pressure. The person with extensive private work maintains composure. You have a choice. Build foundation privately or fake confidence publicly until pressure reveals you are hollow. Consider what happens when you try to display confidence without private work. You enter public situation, job interview, performance, presentation, competition. You project confidence. You fake body language. You speak with false certainty. You appear confident for a while. Then pressure arrives. Difficult question you cannot answer. Challenge you cannot handle. Test you did not prepare for. The pressure exposes truth. You have no foundation. You never did the private work. Your displayed confidence was performance, not reality. The performance collapses. Your true lack of capability is revealed. You are humiliated. Your fake confidence destroyed worse than if you never faked at all. You've been doing this, trying to appear confident without earning confidence, trying to seem capable without becoming capable. This approach fails always. Always, without exception, because pressure reveals truth. You cannot fool pressure. Pressure does not care about your performance. Pressure cares about your actual capability. You either have capability or you do not. The having is determined by private work. The work no one sees. The practice no one watches. The preparation no one knows about. This private work creates actual capability. Actual capability creates real confidence. Real confidence survives public pressure. Fake confidence collapses under public pressure. That is the key. Warriors earn confidence privately, through invisible work, through hidden practice, through secret preparation. The warrior trains in darkness, practices when no one watches, fails privately, improves privately, builds competence privately. Only after private competence is built does warrior display publicly. The display is not performance. The display is revelation of what was built privately. You have a choice. Do private work and earn real confidence, or skip private work and fake confidence until tested. The first creates foundation that withstands all pressure. The second creates facade that collapses under any pressure. Consider any domain where you want confidence. Public speaking. You want to appear confident speaker. You have two options. Option 1. Study public speaking privately. Practice speeches alone. Record yourself. Watch recordings. Identify weaknesses. Practice corrections. Repeat 100 times. Privately. No audience. Just you and the work. After 100 private practices, you have built actual speaking capability. Now you speak publicly. You're confident because you earned confidence through private work. The public display reveals your private competence. This is real. This withstands pressure. Option 2. Skip all private work. Just show up to public speaking event. Try to appear confident. Fake it until you make it. You appear confident initially. Then you start speaking. You stumble. You forget points. You lose flow. The lack of private practice is revealed. Your fake confidence collapses. You are exposed as unprepared. This is humiliating. This destroys whatever confidence you had. You have been choosing option 2, wanting results without work, wanting display without earning. This is why you have no confidence. You never earned any. You only try to fake it. Faking fails when tested. Always. You have a choice right now. Continue trying to fake confidence, or start earning confidence through private work. The first is easier short-term. No work required. Just performance. Just appearance. Just fake it. The problem is it fails when pressure arrives. The second is harder short-term. Significant work required. Extensive practice. Serious preparation. The benefit is it succeeds when pressure arrives. That is the key. Private work creates capability that survives public testing. Public performance without private work creates appearance that collapses under public testing. You choose what you want through whether you do the private work. The private work looks different for each domain, but structure is same. Private practice, private failure, private improvement, all invisible, all essential. You want confidence in your work. Do the private work. Create projects no one sees. Make them excellent. Fail privately. Improve privately. Build portfolio of private excellent work. After building extensive private competence, share publicly. The public sharing reveals your private excellence. This creates real confidence, based on real capability, built through real work. You want confidence in fitness. Train privately. Early mornings. No one watching. Build strength privately. Build endurance privately. After building private fitness, the public display is just revelation, not performance. That is the key. The public display should reveal private competence, not perform fake confidence. When display reveals competence, the display is confident naturally, because you actually have the capability you're displaying. When display performs fake confidence, the display is anxious internally, because you know you lack the capability you are pretending to have. This anxiety leaks through micro-expressions, through subtle hesitations, through defensive responses to questions. People sense the fake. They may not know consciously, but they sense something is wrong. The sensing undermines your fake confidence, makes everything worse. Private work eliminates this problem. You have actual capability. Nothing to hide, nothing to fake. Just reveal what you built. You have been seeking public validation before private mastery. This is backwards. This guarantees failure. You want recognition before you have capability. Want respect before you earn respect. Want confidence before you prove competence. The order is wrong. The wrong order creates disaster. Public testing reveals private lack. You are exposed, humiliated, destroyed. The correct order prevents this. Private mastery first. Public display second. The display reveals mastery. You are validated, respected, confident, because you earned it. Through private work, through hidden practice, through invisible preparation. You have a choice. Correct the order or continue failing. Start today with one domain where you want confidence. Commit to private work in this domain. Extensive private work. No public display until private competence is built. This means practicing alone, training without audience, building without sharing. This feels unrewarding initially. No recognition, no validation, no applause, just you and the work. This is exactly what builds real confidence. The work no one sees, the practice no one validates, the improvement only you know about. After enough private work, you have built actual competence. Then you display publicly. The display is revelation, not performance. This is real. This withstands any pressure. This creates unshakable confidence. That is the key. Unshakable confidence requires private foundation. The foundation is built through work no one sees. The work is often boring, often unrewarding, often lonely. This is why most people skip it. They want shortcut. They want to appear confident without earning confidence. This shortcut leads to collapse. Every time, warriors accept this truth. Warriors do private work, extensive private work, invisible work, unrewarded work, necessary work. The work creates foundation. The foundation creates real confidence. The confidence withstands all public pressure because the confidence is earned, not faked, not borrowed, earned through private work, through hidden practice, through secret preparation. You understand now that confidence is earned in private. You understand that public display without private work is fake confidence that collapses. You understand that private work creates foundation that supports public confidence. Stop trying to appear confident without earning confidence. Start doing private work that builds real confidence. Practice alone. Train without audience. Build without sharing. Do the invisible work. After building actual competence privately, display publicly. Let the display reveal what you built. This is warrior confidence. Earned privately, displayed publicly, unshakable under pressure. Because it is real. Because you built it. Through work no one saw. Through practice no one validated. Through preparation only you know about. You earn privately now. Next you must understand what earns confidence. Chapter 6. Discomfort is the forge. Confidence is the steel. Comfortable people have fragile confidence. Always, without exception, confidence is forged through difficulty, not granted through ease. The person who avoids all discomfort builds no confidence because they prove nothing to themselves. They never tested their limits, never discovered their capacity, never survived what they feared. That is the key. Comfort builds nothing. Difficulty builds everything. You have been seeking comfort, avoiding discomfort, choosing ease over challenge. This comfort seeking has destroyed your confidence completely because you never proved you could handle difficulty. You never tested yourself. You never built the foundation confidence requires. Today this changes. Consider what comfort proves. Nothing. You stayed comfortable. You handled easy situations. You managed circumstances that required nothing from you. What does this prove about your capability? Nothing. Anyone can handle easy. Anyone can manage comfortable. Comfort requires no strength, no resilience, no capability. Surviving comfort proves only that you can exist when nothing challenges you. This proves nothing about what you can do when difficulty arrives. That is the key. Confidence comes from handling what is hard, not from avoiding what is hard. You build confidence through difficulty survived, not through comfort maintained. You have been building nothing through choosing comfort. You need to start building something through choosing difficulty. You have a choice. Continue avoiding discomfort and remain fragile. Or start choosing discomfort deliberately and become unshakable. That is the key. Voluntary hardship builds confidence. Involuntary hardship cannot break. You choose difficulty when difficulty is optional. This choosing proves you can handle difficulty. This proof creates confidence. When involuntary difficulty arrives later, you already know you can handle it. You proved it through voluntary difficulty. The person who avoided all voluntary difficulty has no proof, has no confidence, collapses when involuntary difficulty arrives. You have been this person, avoiding all voluntary hardship, collapsing under involuntary hardship. The pattern is clear. No voluntary difficulty, no built confidence. Involuntary difficulty destroys you. Warriors understand this completely. Warriors choose voluntary hardship, deliberately, regularly, not because they enjoy suffering, because they are building confidence through proof of capability. Cold exposure proves you can override physical protest. You feel cold. Body screams get warm. You stay cold anyway. You prove mind can override body. This proof transfers to workouts, to discipline, to any situation requiring override of physical preference. Hard training proves you can push beyond perceived limits. You feel exhausted. Body says stop. You continue anyway. You prove limits are negotiable. This proof creates confidence in your ability to push through difficulty. Difficult conversations prove you can face fear. You feel afraid. Fear says avoid. You engage anyway. You prove you can act despite fear. This proof builds confidence in social situations. Public speaking proves you can perform under observation. You feel nervous. Nerves say hide. You speak anyway. You proved you can function under pressure. This proof creates confidence in any performance situation. You have a choice. Experience these proofs through voluntary hardship, or avoid these proofs through comfort seeking. The first builds unshakable confidence. The second maintains fragile confidence. Most people choose second. You have chosen second. That ends today. That is the key. Each voluntary hardship is confidence deposit. Each deposit strengthens foundation. Each strengthening makes you more unshakable. Cold shower for 3 minutes. 1 deposit. Hard workout despite fatigue. 1 deposit. Difficult conversation despite fear. 1 deposit. Public action despite anxiety. 1 deposit. After 100 deposits, you have strong confidence. After 1,000 deposits, you have unshakable confidence. Because you proved 1,000 times that you can handle difficulty. This proof is undeniable. This proof creates confidence nothing can destroy. Someone tells you that you cannot handle difficulty. Your 1,000 proofs disagree. Their opinion is irrelevant against your evidence. You have been making 0 deposits, avoiding all voluntary hardship, choosing comfort always. Your confidence account is empty. This is why you feel fragile. This is why pressure destroys you. You have no deposits, no proofs, no evidence of capability under difficulty. You have only evidence of capability under comfort. This evidence is worthless. Comfort capability proves nothing. You have a choice. Start making deposits through voluntary hardship, or continue having empty account through comfort seeking. The first builds confidence that withstands pressure. The second maintains fragility that collapses under pressure. Start today with 1 voluntary hardship. Choose something uncomfortable but manageable. Cold shower. Extra set in workout. Approaching stranger. Public visibility. Something that creates discomfort. Something you would normally avoid. Do it. Experience the discomfort. Notice you survive. This survival is proof. This proof is deposit. This deposit builds confidence. Do this daily. Different hardships. Same principle. Choose discomfort deliberately. Survive it. Prove capability. Build confidence. After 30 days of daily voluntary hardship, you will feel different, stronger, more capable, more confident, because you proved 30 times that you can handle difficulty. That is the key. The proving creates the confidence, not the affirmation, not the validation. The proving. Each time you choose difficulty over ease, you prove something. You prove you can override comfort seeking. You prove you can face discomfort. You prove you are stronger than you feel. These proofs accumulate. Each proof adds to previous proofs. After enough proofs, you have undeniable evidence of capability. This evidence is confidence. Real confidence. Unshakable confidence. Based on actual proof. Based on survived difficulty. Based on chosen hardship repeatedly overcome. No one can argue with this. No one can take this from you. This is owned. This is earned. This is warrior confidence. You have been avoiding the forge. The forge is discomfort. The forge is difficulty. The forge is voluntary hardship. You avoided the forge because the forge is uncomfortable. The avoidance kept you comfortable. The avoidance also kept you weak, kept you fragile, kept you without confidence. Because confidence is the steel. Steel is created in the forge. You cannot have steel without forge. You cannot have confidence without difficulty. The relationship is absolute. No forge, no steel, no difficulty, no confidence. You avoided forge. You have no steel. You avoided difficulty. You have no confidence. You have a choice. Enter the forge or remain weak. Choose difficulty or remain fragile. The forge is not comfortable. The forge is hot. The forge is hard. The forge is painful. This is why the forge works. This is why the forge creates steel. The difficulty is the mechanism. The discomfort is the process. You cannot make steel in comfortable conditions. You cannot build confidence through comfortable choices. The uncomfortable is required. The difficult is necessary. The voluntary hardship is essential. You have been trying to build confidence without entering the forge. This is impossible. Like trying to make steel without heat. Cannot be done. Has never been done. Will never be done. Stop trying to do the impossible. Accept the necessary. Enter the forge. Choose the difficulty. Experience the discomfort. Build the confidence. You understand now that discomfort is the forge where confidence is made. You understand that avoiding difficulty prevents confidence building. You understand that voluntary hardship creates proof that builds unshakable confidence. Stop avoiding discomfort. Start choosing discomfort deliberately. Enter the forge through voluntary hardship. Choose cold exposure. Choose hard training. Choose difficult conversations. Choose public action. Each choice is forge entry. Each entry creates proof. Each proof builds confidence. Build enough proof, and you become unshakable. This is warrior confidence. Forged through difficulty. Proven through survived hardship. Unbreakable because it was built in conditions that break comfortable people. You enter the forge now. Next, you must understand what your body reveals. Chapter 7. Your body language commands your mind. Stand like a warrior. Your body is controlling your mind. Right now, you think the relationship works only one direction. Mind affects body. Fear creates hunch posture. Confidence creates upright posture. This is true, but the relationship works both ways. Body affects mind. Hunch posture creates fear. Upright posture creates confidence. That is the key. You can change how you feel by changing how you stand. This is not pretending. This is not fake it until you make it. This is using physiology to influence psychology. This is measurable. This is proven. This is strategic. You have been ignoring this tool. Today you start using it. Consider the research. Power poses increase testosterone. Decrease cortisol. Measurably. Within minutes. You stand in expansive posture for 2 minutes. Shoulders back. Chest open. Arms spread. Your body chemistry changes. Testosterone up. Cortisol down. You feel more confident. More powerful. Less anxious. This is not imagination. This is hormonal change created by postural change. You change your body position. Your body changed your brain chemistry. Your brain chemistry changed your emotional state. All from 2 minutes of different standing. You have a choice. Use this tool and create confidence chemically. Or ignore this tool and remain controlled by current chemistry. You have been standing like defeated person. Shoulders forward. Chest collapsed. Head down. Eyes lowered. This posture sends signal to your brain. The signal is I am defeated. I am weak. I am not confident. Your brain receives this signal. Your brain responds to this signal. Your brain creates chemistry matching this signal. Low testosterone. High cortisol. You feel anxious. You feel weak. You feel defeated. The feeling matches the posture. That is the key. Your posture is creating your feelings. You think your feelings are creating your posture. Both are true, but you can only control one. You cannot directly control feelings. You can directly control posture. Control what you can control. Change posture. Let posture change feelings. Warriors stand differently. Shoulders back. Chest open. Head up. Eyes forward. Spine straight. Weight balanced. This is not arrogance. This is claiming physical space. This is sending signal to brain. The signal is I am capable. I am strong. I am confident. Brain receives signal. Brain creates chemistry matching signal. Higher testosterone. Lower cortisol. You feel more confident. More capable. More powerful. Same brain. Different chemistry. Created by different posture. You have a choice. Stand like warrior and feel like warrior. Or stand like defeated person and feel like defeated person. The standing determines the feeling. Choose the standing. Change the feeling. You practice warrior posture when you feel confident. This is backwards. This is exactly when you do not need it. You practice warrior posture when you feel afraid. When you feel weak. When you feel defeated. Especially then. That is when posture matters most. You feel afraid before important moment. Your natural response is defensive posture. Shoulders forward. Body contracted. This posture increases fear. Makes fear worse. Warrior response is opposite. Feel afraid. Stand tall anyway. Shoulders back. Chest open. This posture decreases fear. Changes chemistry. Creates confidence despite fear. You have a choice. Let fear control posture and amplify fear. Or control posture and reduce fear. That is the key. You cannot always control emotions. You can always control posture. Emotions are automatic response. Posture is voluntary choice. Use the voluntary to influence the automatic. Feel anxious. Stand confident. The confident standing influences the anxious feeling. Does not eliminate anxiety. Reduces anxiety. Makes anxiety manageable. You feel angry. Stand calm. The calm standing influences the angry feeling. Reduces intensity. Creates space for controlled response. You feel defeated. Stand victorious. The victorious standing influences the defeated feeling. Shifts chemistry. Changes state. This is power. This is practical. This is available always. Through posture. Start practicing warrior posture daily. Every morning. First thing, stand tall. Shoulders back. Chest open. Head up. 2 minutes. Notice how you feel. Notice the shift. Notice confidence emerging just from standing differently. This is training. Training your body to influence your mind. After practicing 2 minutes daily for 30 days, the posture starts becoming automatic. You catch yourself standing tall naturally, without thinking. Your body learns new default. This new default creates better chemistry. Better chemistry creates more confidence. More confidence creates better outcomes. All from daily posture practice. You have a choice. Practice warrior posture and change default chemistry. Or maintain defeated posture and keep current chemistry. The first requires 2 minutes daily. The second requires nothing. But second keeps you anxious. Keeps you weak. Keeps you without confidence. First builds confidence through chemistry change. Through postural practice. through body commanding mind instead of mind commanding body. Most people never learn this. They wait for feelings to change posture. Feelings rarely change without intervention. Warriors change posture to change feelings. Posture is intervention. Posture is tool. Posture is power. Throughout day, catch yourself. Notice your posture. Slouching. Shoulders forward. Chest collapsed. Correct immediately. Stand tall. Shoulders back. Chest open. You just change your chemistry. You just reduce cortisol. You just increase testosterone. You just became more confident. All from posture correction. Do this 10 times daily. 10 chemistry changes. 10 confidence boosts. 10 proofs that you control your state through posture. After 1 month of this practice, the corrections become automatic. You slouch. You immediately correct. Without thinking, your body learned. This learning creates permanent improvement. Permanent better chemistry. Permanent more confidence. That is the key. Warrior posture before important moments is strategic. You have meeting, interview, performance, presentation, any high-stakes moment. 2 minutes before the moment, power pose. Shoulders back, chest open, arms spread, stand like warrior. 2 minutes. Your chemistry changes. Testosterone up, cortisol down. You enter the moment with chemical confidence boost. This boost is real. This boost is measurable. This boost improves performance. You have a choice. Enter important moments with current chemistry, or spend 2 minutes changing chemistry favorably before entering. The second is strategic. The second is smart. The second is what warriors do. You have been entering important moments unprepared chemically. Slouch posture, defensive body language, high cortisol, low testosterone, anxious state, then wondering why you perform poorly. Your chemistry was working against you. Your posture created chemistry working against you. Change the posture. Change the chemistry. Change the performance. Stand tall before the moment. Create favorable chemistry. Enter with confidence boost. This simple change improves everything. Same capability, better chemistry, better performance, all from 2 minutes of different standing. You understand now that your body language commands your mind. You understand that posture creates chemistry. You understand that chemistry creates feelings. You understand that changing posture changes feelings through chemistry change. Stop letting defeated posture create defeated chemistry. Start using warrior posture to create confident chemistry. Practice daily. 2 minutes morning. Corrections throughout day. Power pose before important moments. This practice changes your default chemistry. Better chemistry creates more confidence. More confidence creates better outcomes. This is practical. This is proven. This is available to you right now through how you stand. You stand like warrior now. Next, you must understand what destroys confidence silently. Chapter 8. Reject false humility. Own your capability. You are lying about your capability. To yourself. To others. You are competent. You deny competence. You are skilled. You deny skill. You are capable. You deny capability. This denial is not humility. This is self-sabotage disguised as virtue. That is the key. False humility is destroying your confidence. Systematically. Completely. Every time you minimize your achievement, you tell yourself you are less than you are. Every time you attribute success to luck, you deny the work you did. Every time you deflect compliments, you reject evidence of capability. This pattern destroys confidence. Real humility is accurate self-assessment, knowing your capability without exaggeration. False humility is inaccurate self-assessment, denying your capability to seem modest. The denial is killing you. Consider what happens when someone compliments your work. You did excellent work. You know you did excellent work. You worked hard. You developed skill. You created quality outcome. Someone recognizes this. They compliment you. Your response is false humility. Oh, it was nothing. I just got lucky. Anyone could have done it. This response is lying. It was not nothing. It was something. You created it. You were not lucky. You were skilled. Anyone could not have done it. You did it. Your false humility denies all of this. Denies your work. Denies your skill. Denies your capability. You think this makes you seem humble. This makes you seem incapable. Worse, this makes you believe you are incapable. You have a choice. Continue false humility and destroy your confidence. Or adopt honest acknowledgement and build your confidence. That is the key. Honest acknowledgement is not arrogance. Honest acknowledgement is accuracy. You worked 1,000 hours. You developed skill. Acknowledging this skill is not arrogance. This is fact. You completed difficult project successfully. Acknowledging this success is not arrogance. This is reality. You trained extensively and achieved result. Acknowledging your effort is not arrogance. This is honesty. Arrogance is claiming capability you do not have. Honesty is recognizing capability you do have. Know the difference. The difference is accuracy. Arrogant claims exceed actual capability. You trained 10 hours. You claim mastery. This is arrogance. Capability does not match claim. Honest claims match actual capability. You trained 1,000 hours. You acknowledge competence. This is honesty. Capability matches claim. False humble claims understate actual capability. You trained 1,000 hours. You claim you just got lucky. This is false humility. Capability exceeds claim. You have been operating in false humility, understating capability, denying effort, attributing success to luck. This pattern has destroyed your confidence because you keep telling yourself you are less capable than you actually are. You have a choice. Be honest about capability and maintain confidence, or lie about capability and destroy confidence. That is the key. Every time you deny your capability, you program your brain. The programming is I am not capable. My success was luck. I do not deserve recognition. This programming becomes belief. This belief becomes identity. You believe you are incapable, even when evidence proves otherwise. Even when you succeeded. Even when you clearly have capability. You deny the evidence. You maintain the belief. The belief destroys confidence. All because you practiced false humility instead of honest acknowledgement. Warriors own their wins. Completely. Without apology. Without qualification. You succeeded. Own it. Someone asks how you did. Tell them you worked hard and achieved the goal. Do not apologize. Do not minimize. Do not attribute to luck unless luck was actually primary factor. Most success is not luck. Most success is preparation meeting opportunity. You prepared extensively. Opportunity came. You executed. You won. This is not luck. This is earned. On the win. That is the key. The owning builds confidence. The minimizing destroys confidence. You think minimizing seems humble. Minimizing seems weak. Seems like you do not believe in yourself. Because you do not. Your false humility proves you do not believe in yourself. Start owning your capability today. Someone compliments you. New response. Thank you. I work hard on that. This is honest. This is accurate. This is not arrogant. You did work hard. Acknowledging this is appropriate. Someone asks about your success. New response. I prepared extensively and executed well. This is honest. This is accurate. This is not arrogant. You did prepare. You did execute. Acknowledging this is appropriate. You have a choice. Continue deflecting and denying, or start acknowledging and owning. The first destroys confidence through constant denial. The second builds confidence through constant acknowledgement. That is the key. Constant acknowledgement of actual capability builds accurate self-concept. Accurate self-concept creates stable confidence. You know what you can do. You acknowledge what you can do. This acknowledgement creates confidence based on reality, not based on inflation, not based on denial, based on accuracy. This confidence is unshakable because it is true. You can do what you say you can do. You proved it. You acknowledge the proof. The acknowledgement reinforces the confidence. The confidence enables more action. More action creates more proof. More proof deserves more acknowledgement. The cycle builds upward toward unshakable confidence based on extensive proven capability honestly acknowledged. You have been running opposite cycle. Deny capability. Destroy confidence. Reduced confidence prevents action. Prevented action prevents proof. No proof means nothing to acknowledge. Nothing to acknowledge reinforces low confidence. Cycle continues downward toward destroyed confidence based on denied capability dishonestly minimized. This cycle must stop. Today, you reverse the cycle. You acknowledge capability. You own wins. You state effort. You recognize skill. Each acknowledgement builds confidence. Each built confidence enables action. Each action creates proof. Each proof deserves acknowledgement. Upward cycle begins. Today, consider what you have actually accomplished. List it. Write it down. Every skill you developed. Every challenge you overcame. Every goal you achieved. Every difficult thing you completed. Write all of it. Look at the list. This is evidence. Evidence of capability. Evidence of effort. Evidence of achievement. You did all of this. Not luck. You. Your work. Your persistence. Your capability. Own it. Read the list. Let it build confidence. This is not arrogance. This is honesty. You actually did these things. Acknowledging what you actually did is appropriate. Necessary. Essential for confidence. You have a choice right now. Continue false humility that destroys confidence through constant denial. Or adopt honest acknowledgement that builds confidence through accurate recognition. The first seems humble but creates weakness. The second seems bold but creates strength. That is the key. Real humility is knowing your capability accurately, not inflating it, not denying it, just accurate assessment. You are capable in these areas, proven through these achievements, created through this effort. This is true. Acknowledging truth is not arrogance. Denying truth is not humility. Denying truth is dishonesty. Dishonesty destroys confidence. Honesty builds confidence. Choose honesty. Choose acknowledgement. Choose owning what you earned. You understand now that false humility destroys confidence. You understand that honest acknowledgement builds confidence. You understand that owning your capability is accuracy, not arrogance. Stop minimizing your achievements. Stop attributing success to luck. Stop deflecting compliments. Start acknowledging capability. Start owning wins. Start recognizing effort. Each acknowledgement builds confidence. Each own win reinforces capability. Each recognized effort validates work. This is warrior confidence, based on honest assessment, based on actual capability, based on earned achievement. Own what you earned. Acknowledge what you proved. Build confidence through honest recognition of actual capability. You own your capability now. Next, you must understand when confidence actually matters. Chapter 9. Confidence in crisis, when it actually matters. Confidence during ease means nothing. Anyone can feel confident when everything is going well, when success is easy, when pressure is absent, when nothing challenges you. This confidence is untested, unproven, potentially fake. That is the key. Confidence during crisis is what separates real from fake. Crisis arrives. Everything goes wrong. Pressure is massive. Stakes are high. Do you maintain confidence or collapse? This moment reveals truth. You either have confidence or you are faking confidence. Crisis does not lie. Crisis reveals. You have been feeling confident during easy times. This proves nothing about whether you have real confidence. Only crisis reveals real confidence. Consider what happens during crisis to someone with fake confidence. Easy times. They feel confident. Everything works. No pressure. No challenge. No test. Their confidence seems real. Crisis arrives. Business fails. Relationship ends. Health crisis hits. Financial disaster occurs. Pressure is massive. Their confidence vanishes instantly. Completely. They panic. They freeze. They collapse. The crisis revealed truth. They never had real confidence. They had comfort masquerading as confidence. When comfort disappeared, confidence disappeared, because the confidence was never real, never tested, never proven, just comfortable feeling during comfortable times. You have been this person, confident during ease, collapsed during crisis. The pattern reveals you lack real confidence. You have a choice. Continue building untested confidence that collapses during crisis, or start building crisis-tested confidence that survives pressure. That is the key. Crisis-tested confidence is built before crisis through artificial crisis training. You cannot build crisis confidence during crisis. You can only deploy crisis confidence already built. The executive who stays calm during company crisis built that calm through years of smaller pressure. The soldier who maintains discipline during combat built that discipline through endless training under artificial stress. The athlete who performs under championship pressure built that performance through countless practices with artificial stakes. All built before crisis. All tested before real pressure. All proven before actual stakes. You have built nothing. No artificial crisis training. No pressure practice. No stress exposure. You avoided all voluntary pressure. Chose comfort always. Never created artificial difficulty. Never practiced under artificial stakes. Never built capacity for handling pressure. Now crisis arrives. You have no capacity. You have no training. You have no preparation. You collapse. This is guaranteed. This is inevitable. Because you never built crisis capacity. Crisis capacity is not built during crisis. Crisis capacity is built before crisis. Through artificial crisis. Through voluntary pressure. Through deliberate stress exposure. You skipped all of this. You have no crisis capacity. Crisis destroys you. That is the key. Build crisis confidence before crisis through pressure training. Create artificial pressure deliberately. Time constraints, public stakes, physical exhaustion, financial risk, high difficulty, social observation. Each creates pressure similar to crisis pressure. You practice maintaining confidence under this artificial pressure. The practice is hard. The pressure triggers same emotions crisis triggers. Fear, stress, urgency, anxiety. You feel these emotions. You maintain confidence anyway. You execute despite emotions. This is training. This is building crisis-level capacity. Each practice strengthens capacity. Each strengthening makes you more capable during actual crisis. You have a choice. Train under artificial pressure and have confidence during real crisis. Or avoid all pressure and collapse during real crisis. The first requires voluntary discomfort, requires creating pressure you could avoid, requires practicing when practice is not required. The second requires nothing. No discomfort, no pressure, no practice, just comfortable unpreparedness. Most people choose second. You have chosen second. Your lack of crisis confidence proves you chose second. Change the choice. Change the preparation. Change the crisis outcome. Start pressure training today. Create artificial crisis. Practice maintaining confidence. Build capacity that survives real crisis. Start with manageable pressure training. Public commitment to one goal. Tell people what you will accomplish. The commitment creates accountability pressure. You must execute or face embarrassment. This pressure is real but manageable. Practice maintaining confidence despite pressure. Time challenge. Set deadline. Complete task before time expires. The deadline creates urgency pressure. You must execute quickly despite difficulty. This pressure builds urgency capacity. Public performance. Speak publicly. Perform visibly. Create work others will judge. The observation creates performance pressure. You must execute while being watched. This pressure builds performance capacity. Each artificial pressure builds specific capacity. Each capacity transfers to crisis requiring that capacity. That is the key. Artificial pressure training is specific. You train the pressure type you will face. You want confidence during performance pressure. Train under performance pressure. Speak publicly regularly. Perform visibly frequently. Create observed work consistently. After enough performance pressure training, performance pressure becomes manageable. You want confidence during time pressure. Train under time pressure. Set aggressive deadlines. Work under time constraints. Execute with urgency regularly. After enough time pressure training, time pressure becomes manageable. Match training pressure to expected crisis pressure. The matching creates transfer. The transfer makes crisis manageable. You have avoided all pressure training. You avoided performance pressure, avoided time pressure, avoided all artificial crisis. You wanted to stay comfortable. The comfort kept you unprepared. Now crisis pressure overwhelms you immediately because you never trained for pressure. You have a choice. Start pressure training now before next crisis, or continue avoiding pressure and continue collapsing during crisis. The first requires accepting voluntary pressure. The second requires accepting crisis collapse. Most people choose crisis collapse over voluntary pressure because voluntary pressure is uncomfortable now. Crisis collapse is uncomfortable later. They choose comfortable now. You have been choosing comfortable now. That choice has made you weak during crisis. The crisis confidence protocol is simple. Breath. Assess. Execute. Crisis arrives. Confidence threatens to collapse. Execute protocol immediately. First step. Breathe. Deliberately. Slow exhale. 4 count in. 6 count out. This activates physiological calm. Overrides panic response. Creates space for thinking. Second step. Assess. What is actually happening versus what I fear is happening. Separate reality from catastrophic thinking. Identify actual problem, not imagined disaster. Third step. Execute. What is next action required? Not all actions. Next action. Do that action. Ignore everything except next action. Complete next action. Assess again. Execute next action. Continue until crisis resolves. That is the key. The protocol maintains confidence during crisis through structure response. The structure prevents panic. The structure creates control. The structure enables action. But the protocol must be trained before crisis. You cannot execute protocol during crisis if you never practice protocol during calm. Practice the protocol now. During artificial crisis. During pressure training. Something goes wrong during practice. Execute protocol. Breathe. Assess. Execute next action. The practice makes protocol automatic. The automatic becomes available during real crisis. You do not think about protocol during crisis. You execute protocol automatically because you trained it extensively before crisis. You have never trained a protocol. You have never practiced structured crisis response. You have never built automatic crisis procedure. Crisis arrives. You have nothing. No protocol. No structure. No automatic response. Just panic. Just collapse. Just destruction. You have a choice. Train the protocol now during artificial crisis, or continue having no protocol during real crisis. The first requires practice during pressure training. The second requires accepting panic during actual crisis. Warriors choose first. Train protocol extensively. Make protocol automatic. Deploy protocol during crisis. Maintain confidence through structured response. You choose second. No training. No protocol. No confidence. Crisis destroys you. You understand now that confidence during ease is untested. You understand that confidence during crisis is what actually matters. You understand that crisis confidence is built before crisis through artificial pressure training. Stop feeling confident during easy times and thinking you have real confidence. Start building crisis-tested confidence through voluntary pressure exposure. Create artificial pressure. Train under that pressure. Practice maintaining confidence. Build capacity that survives real pressure. Train the crisis protocol. Make it automatic. Deploy it when crisis arrives. This is warrior confidence. Tested, proven, unshakable, built before crisis, deployed during crisis. Surviving pressure that destroys untested confidence. You build crisis confidence now. Finally, you must understand the ultimate truth. Chapter 10. Unshakable is built daily. Confidence is practice. There is no finish line, no moment where you achieve unshakable confidence forever. No permanent arrival at mastery. Confidence is not destination. Confidence is practice. Daily practice. Continuous practice. Permanent practice. That is the key. The moment you stop practicing, you start losing confidence. The person with extraordinary confidence who stops practicing becomes person with ordinary confidence. Then person with weak confidence. Then person with no confidence. Confidence requires maintenance. Maintenance requires daily practice. Forever. There is no retirement from confidence building. Only practice or decay. You have a choice. Practice daily and maintain unshakable confidence. Or stop practicing and watch confidence disappear. Consider what happens when someone stops practicing confidence-building behaviors. They built strong confidence through years of discipline, through consistent action, through daily proof of capability. They have impressive confidence. They can handle pressure, can face difficulty, can maintain composure. This confidence feels permanent, feels like achieved state, feels like finished accomplishment. This feeling is dangerous. This feeling is illusion. The confidence is not permanent. The confidence is maintained through practice. Stop practicing. Start losing confidence. You have a choice. Understand this truth and commit to permanent practice. Or believe the illusion and watch confidence decay. You're thinking you will practice until you achieve unshakable confidence, then stop. This is a fatal mistake. This is why people who build confidence eventually lose it. They treat confidence like destination. Work toward it. Reach it. Stop working. Immediately begin losing it. Slowly at first. Almost unnoticeably. Skip one difficult conversation. No big deal. Avoid one uncomfortable situation. Just this once. Choose comfort over challenge one time. Understandable given circumstances. Each skip seems insignificant. Each avoidance seems reasonable. But each is practice. Practice at not having confidence. Practice at being comfortable. Practice at avoiding difficulty. The practice compounds. Like always, after enough practice at not having confidence, you no longer have confidence. That is the key. You're always practicing something. Always training some capacity. Either practicing confidence building or practicing confidence destroying. There is no neutral. No maintenance without practice. No preservation without effort. You practice building confidence or you practice losing confidence. The direction is determined by daily actions, daily choices, daily behaviors. You choose through what you do today, not through what you did yesterday, not through what you intend tomorrow, through what you actually do today. Today you practice confidence building or practice confidence destroying. You have a choice. Which practice do you choose? The daily non-negotiables maintain unshakable confidence. 3 practices. Every day. Forever. These 3 practices maintain confidence you built. Skip these practices. Begin losing confidence. Execute these practices. Maintain confidence. The practices are simple. Not easy. Simple. First practice. Do one thing that scares you. Small thing. Manageable thing. Uncomfortable thing. The doing proves you can override fear. This proof maintains confidence. Second practice. Achieve one small win. Measurable win. Personal record beaten. Commitment kept. Goal completed. The win proves you're capable. This proof maintains confidence. Third practice. Stand in warrior posture for 2 minutes. The posture creates physiological confidence. Influences chemistry. Changes state. This maintains baseline confidence. You have a choice. Execute 3 practices daily and maintain unshakable confidence. Or skip practices and watch confidence decay. The first requires 15 minutes daily. The second requires nothing. But second destroys everything you built. First maintains everything you earned. That is the key. 15 minutes of daily practice maintains years of confidence building. Skipping 15 minutes destroys years of confidence building. The mathematics is brutal. The choice is clear. Most people skip the practices because practices seem small, because 15 minutes seems insignificant. The skipping seems harmless. The skipping is destruction. Slow destruction. Invisible destruction. Certain destruction. Warriors never skip, never negotiate, never make excuses. Execute daily. Maintain confidence. Forever. Start today with 3 practices. Morning. Do one thing that scares you. Approach stranger. Make difficult call. Send risky email. Share vulnerable post. Something uncomfortable. Something you would avoid. Do it anyway. First practice complete. 1 proof created. During day. Achieve 1 small win. Beat yesterday's push-up count. Complete planned task. Keep made commitment. Achieve measurable outcome. Something provable. Something countable. Second practice complete. Second proof created. Evening. Stand in warrior posture. 2 minutes. Shoulders back. Chest open. Head up. Feel chemistry change. Feel confidence emerge. Third practice complete. Physiological boost created. All 3 practices. 15 minutes total. Unshakable confidence maintained. That is the key. The practices compound. 1 day of 3 practices maintains confidence 1 day. 30 days of 3 practices maintains confidence 1 month. 365 days of 3 practices maintains confidence 1 year. After 1 year of daily practice, the practices become automatic. Not the specific practice. The practicing. You automatically practice confidence daily. The practicing is who you are, not what you do occasionally, but you are constantly. This is unshakable. This is identity. You're a confident person. The being is expressed through daily practice. The practice maintains the being. The cycle continues. Forever. This is warrior confidence, not achievement. Identity, maintained through permanent practice. You have been treating confidence as achievement. Something you reach, then maintain passively. This is wrong. This guarantees loss. Confidence is practice. Active practice. Daily practice. Permanent practice. You do not achieve confidence. You practice confidence. Every day. Until death. This practice is who you are, not what you did. Confident person practices confidence. Like breathing person breathes. The practice is natural expression of identity, not effortful obligation. You have a choice. Build confidence as achievement and lose it when practice stops. Or build confidence as identity and maintain it through permanent practice. The first fails eventually. The second succeeds permanently. After years of daily practice, something remarkable happens. The practice becomes effortless. Not because it requires no effort, because the effort is natural expression of who you are. You do one thing that scares you daily, not because you force yourself, because you're a person who faces fear. You achieve 1 small win daily, not because you make yourself, because you're a person who achieves. You stand in warrior posture daily, not because you remember, because you are warrior. The actions flow from identity. The identity is maintained through actions. The cycle is self-reinforcing. The effort feels effortless, not because nothing is required, because what is required is natural expression of who you became through years of practice. You understand now that unshakable confidence is not achievement. You understand that confidence is daily practice. You understand that 3 daily non-negotiables maintain confidence. You understand that practice must continue forever or confidence decays. Stop treating confidence as destination. Start treating confidence as practice. Daily practice. Permanent practice. Practice that defines who you are, not what you occasionally do. Execute 3 practices. Every day, do one thing that scares you. Achieve one small win. Stand in warrior posture 2 minutes. These maintain everything. These maintain you. Skip them and lose yourself. Execute them and remain unshakable. You have a choice. Practice daily or decay permanently. Choose practice. Choose maintenance. Choose forever. You practice forever now. You have learned everything. Your confidence is borrowed until you own it through proof. Competence creates confidence through action before feeling. Failure is data that guides rather than verdict that destroys. Comparison kills confidence while personal progress builds it. Confidence is earned privately through invisible work. Discomfort is the forge where confidence is made. Your body language commands your mind through chemistry. False humility destroys, while honest acknowledgement builds. Confidence during crisis is what actually matters. Unshakable confidence is built through daily practice forever. These 10 principles transform those who apply them. These 10 principles are yours. Now execute. Now practice. Now become unshakable. The warrior's confidence awaits your commitment. The commitment begins today. The practice continues forever. You're no longer fragile. You are unshakable. Prove it through practice. Starting now, you have learned 10 principles that separate fragile confidence from unshakable confidence. Your confidence is borrowed until you own it through proof. Competence creates confidence, not the reverse. Failure is data, not identity. Comparison kills confidence while personal progress builds it. Confidence is earned privately through work no one sees. Discomfort is the forge where confidence is made. Your body language commands your mind. False humility destroys, while honest acknowledgement builds. Confidence during crisis is what actually matters. Unshakable confidence is built through daily practice forever. But here's what matters now. What you do today, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Today, right now, you have a choice. Continue building confidence on the fragile foundation of external validation and watch it collapse when pressure arrives. Or start building unshakable confidence on the solid foundation of proven capability earned through difficulty. The building begins with action. One difficult thing attempted. One competence practiced. One failure survived. One comparison rejected. One private practice session completed. One uncomfortable moment endured. One honest capability owned. One crisis protocol trained. One daily practice executed. Start today. Build privately. Prove capability. Survive difficulty. Own what you earn. Practice daily. The warrior's confidence is not given. The warrior's confidence is built. Through action. Through proof. Through survival. Through practice. Stop waiting to feel confident. Start building confidence through doing. The unshakable foundation is constructed one action at a time. One proof at a time. One survival at a time. Your fragile confidence ends today. Your unshakable confidence begins now. Build it. Own it. Become it. The warrior's mindset awaits your commitment.